DMV wants to move its headquarters from Raleigh to Rocky Mount.
But that means an hour commute each way for those employees. CBS 17 Susanna Black live right outside of the legislative building for us this afternoon, where employees got to tell the General Assembly exactly how they feel about this potential move. Susanna.
That's right, TANIYA. DMV Commissioner Tori Jessup told the Transportation Committee today that only 1% of its employees lives in Nash County. That's where Rocky Mount is located. And that left some committee members asking if the DMV had factored in the cost of losing employees who refuse to commute and the cost of replacing them and training the new employees. Their answer was no.
I love my job, but I just want them to take into account the people that work behind the scenes to serve them.
Nicole Hunter is one of 411 DMV employees who might be driving a longer commute next year.
Moving this agency outside the center of government is not the appropriate place for headquarters of state agencies.
The DMV has requested to move its offices to Rocky Mount. The legislature mandated it be out of its current Raleigh location by 2020. The agency says after a months-long search, the space in Rocky Mount is the cheapest and best fit.
I hope that no final decision on any move will be made until we really understand what those costs are.
Costs like losing employees who don't want to commute. DMV says nearly 60% of its workforce lives in Wake County and would face around an hour drive each way, like Nicole Hunter.
And while we might be able to measure what it might cost to train a new employee to replace her, it's going to be very difficult to quantify the loss of her experience if folks like her choose not to make the move to Rocky Mount.
I can't even get to the other side of Raleigh sometimes within an hour, or it takes me at least 45 minutes.
Representative Willingham lives in Rocky Mount and says he doesn't see the commute as a problem. He does it every day.
Employment, too, it's a matter of choice. You know, people make choices every day. And I know that, you know, there are going to be some hardships, but at the same time, I think for overall, I think the best move is to move it to that location.
There were other options for the DMV. One of them was to build a new office on a 90-acre plot of land off of Pool Road in Raleigh. The state owns that land, but no money was appropriated for that plan this year. For now, we're live in Raleigh. Susanna Black, CBS 17 News.